Did you see that? Tell me you saw.
Seems the hideaway is
Blasted,
lasted.
but... Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can...
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you... You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be...
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be so.
A fried mortress of recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Wow. That kindly old fella who haunts the shelf.
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if...
You do that.
Did you see the pair that got pulled into time? Rutherford. Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think...
It's all right.
Forker saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd never...
Don't worry.
You let...
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul.
You're doing good trade, then?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right.
Oh. Are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to...
All I know is that someone in Dalamil...
And what? You believe it? You think I'm... Look. I've done things I'm not proud of. But that woman is no more. And you...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt.
No. I reckon you've got better...
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done...
Oh, I knew none... But why would people...
No, but people do things for...
That trader, he said they were all talking about her in so that's where I'm going. Al?
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, boy.
Is a storm coming soon?
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Valisthea, the young man did a wonderful job with the chances.
That's actually why I'm here.
So the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is now... Skyworm is a somewhat antiquated...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback white.
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life.
Meaning that if I find one...
Best of luck, and do save me a...
Sid, perhaps...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had, which almost certainly means they had everything to do.
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. They were in the atrium when I...
Seems the hideaways.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, It's not a set of scales, is it?
No.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been?
But we didn't break them.
Just like Miss Middledol.
Miss Middledol.
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledol said.
Well, then your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough.
Speak for yourself.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these All right. Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid?
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait.
Good thinking. These round parts are called the pans.
I do. But these aren't for frying bangers. But what if I wanted to wear goots? I don't think you'd fit on that.
Probably not.
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. Which means This tiny piece is...
I have. Miss Middledol's done.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move.
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have...
You know what part's supposed to move and how. So, let's put the pieces together first.
Not a bad idea. So, now that we've taken stock of the part,
I think we've got...
then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledol's hares. Yeah, hares for the future. She's showing us a...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledol and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
Will we ever see the sun again?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They did...
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't, although I was the one who ended up teaching...
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children are...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them following her.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by...
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, but that should come as no surprise. She's only...
Which explains her heir. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
It's like a dream.
Fate seemed bent on driving me from my inn.
My lord, Marquis, is that you? It is. I am Sebastian
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you...
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha, tasked with learning what I am able... And what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only... The gears of governance, the realm. Your lord, uncle...
That sounds like...
It is.
Alas.
I have lost... They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword.
So you want me? I'll need to know what...
One I sent to invest...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
As long as you remain...
You heard the herald. The Emperor's dead.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our way then. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard is trapped.
Could be I know something more.
Hey, Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war there. And the more war being waged. And who will they... Why, the good...
And you've seen this?
Aye. You'll find her right here, plying her...
Here in Delamere. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient, that it'd be a bolder man than me. Feeling bold, traveller. Now, if that's...
Sorry to...
You don't think Nan...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right.
You too, Goots. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving...
I already told you.
Then maybe we'll...
Please!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his...
expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost...
You've seen this kind of thing before?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look...
Well, then you have my thanks. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free.
What of the Fist Central? Surely they wouldn't allow such...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most those who weren't recalled now rule the fringe...
And it's worse than we imagine. You should return to Rosette.
I'll find a... you won't mind...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at North Regency if... Ready, go?
Yeah!
No need to ride from here.
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapping. What a mess. Where do we... You fought...
Bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's die a slow death, boys.
Leave now and we could pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you, anyway?
What were you
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction. Then you, well...
You're not worth the effort.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Good.
Get your filthy paws off!
Stop calling me name and stop spread.
For they are not lies.
Good.
He's gonna. He said she had to pay.
After what she did, it is only that loathsome harpies. Goots, was it? Only run along now.
No.
No.
I don't care what she promised me. You won't hurt her, or I'll.
Goots.
Enough!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the Berry. Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And as though it was just Bogart. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you this. What was it we called you?
You.
Everything. It was all.
And now you'll fight. Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck. You great galoot. Out of the way, So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we... An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dad, it's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, Ash...
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same route. Said I'd stolen from his strong box. I'd done nothing of the sort, mate. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, but he crossed a line, dragging... He didn't he?
No, Nan, but...
Well, if we do, best we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me... Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway.
Remind me never to cross you, Cat. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with, they've already released...
I'm not.
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits?
They looked more like it didn't matter in the end.
Which way did they...
South.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach.
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This
one's ours, pretty boy. It's over.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told...
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen...
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even few... The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not... When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits...
Rockford, if you are to continue, you first need to seek the...
I shall return to... But allow me...
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering. I shall send a pistolus.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you.
The rest's location of... Speaking of which, I received word...
I only happen to be in the right place. They both seem to think the realm's...
I am afraid that Storm is in crisis, and we must...
As it is...
Mindless though they are, an Akashic horde large enough to besiege the free cities is not to be trifled with. We must proceed with caution.
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So?
I did, and he was as helpful.
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you stay right where you... Let's hope these grand old chefs of... And here we have it. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour that...
So...
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet... it is a tour de force.
I think he liked...
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking.
Decent. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women?
I'll give it some thought.
What can I get you, Sid? Oh, keep your mug out. You look like you could do with a drink. As if setting up...
Good news, everyone. The casks have been liberated. Here's to Sid.
Don't be a stranger, Sid. You look like you could do with a drink. Might be a mug. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Nothing like a dick.
I didn't... I just thought...
Aye, well, someone had to. You reckon the both of us would be worse off. You've always been me right, and I'd have you stay that way.
Well, I will.
Why, you bit fine.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he would...
That's as maybe. He'll need to start looking. Till then, he'll need people to...
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. Let me tell you...
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who was... Some women lust after blood, others after... And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies. Stabbed my every client in the back. But then one day... said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in...
Was that the first time?
Aye. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the bet, and all without aiding or abetting any. Told me about his plan to topple them. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the... And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hardaway prop. And the rest, as this, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the rich. But I can say, you've all shown me that
there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Still alive, are you? Coin purse weighing you down? It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
So what do I owe the honour? So, will it be? No scratches, right? And? Trouble with your gear, or something falling, do you? And?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come again. I may have...
Ready, girl? Run like the wind. We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
Be safe. There's more! I needed that.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Farewell.
I do. Where are you off to? You there?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. We can't let those...
I'll go.
Thank you.
Rest well. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then
Just have to be...
Right. I got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
Is...
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem...
You must have me...
Wait.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander!
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes, you...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I...
Have care. We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Here, take a look at my wares. Take care.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have... reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yotei of the lake?
By all means.
Yotei, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Is that blade figuring? Well, a passing caravan carried with it a root. Dread Evis are regret. Eventually. Dread Evis, bring me that beast.
All right.
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches. I eagerly await your...
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of if there is nothing further.
No.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Not a scratch on them. These hides are such a good price.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamil.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as Phoenix. You! Finally.
There's something...
At the university, the student...
The university?
A specialist in ancient... In my heyday, the answers I seek, would you do an old man a kind...
Climb this...
And memorize a few... some... I'm here in the hope that those carvings might, namely, the otherwise undocumented...
I can't promise I'll...
Remember what you can.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamil.
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar. before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair, considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen. Come, don't tease me now. Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of Tabor. Sacred hole. I'm pretty sure that...
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home, or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor. Its guardian root. This is proving...
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land. That's all three.
And so, we 3 engravings. 1 Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plain. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots, nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known.
Too many stairs, perhaps. You deserve a rest. Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine. wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal? Time to fight. No mistakes. Be safe. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet. Here's your...
I worried you might... Oh, a supple. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. Join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a habit of it.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand, do not allow me to keep you from being about...
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice. Welcome, welcome. Of course.
free cities under siege. Orcs. Let us be rid of them.
Awaken! Muhammad! You're finished!
Company.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
If we're going to do this...
Clive, it just so happens that
And what
Why, you're fearless.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, but the army too is in...
And you've been looking to buy? To make...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity.
So where does my skill with...
Though we may have the funds to buy these, so we've been searching for a place where they can be... And we believe we have... The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a...
How could I...
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your...
I will. We have an entire... Even if I begin right now, so I'd try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't...
I'll do my...
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past late...
All right.
I'm sure...
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
place once.
It will be again.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklad. Not here. Come on. Faster! Something the matter? Quiet.
Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick...
I should go and let...
Go let me... but Clive... She'll only get up. I'll explain everything once you've...
All right. Eloise.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, now that you have laid... I suppose we'd better... The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for...
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. I suppose it's to be expected, but we shall emerge...
Well...
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted...
The man I was watching earlier. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard of...
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. And they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction earlier...
And you'd rather she did?
I would rather she did. And I would never deny her such. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life. I won't let her give up on her dreams. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from...
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do...
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want, though I'm sure I'll still need...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers are... That's a job for the Crimson.
Oh? You remember how some of Sir Wade's... Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems they're... Now, I don't mind having a few... But we ain't got nowhere for him to bed down. I'd build him a new... But where would I put him? Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately. But there's only so many we can... We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. And that's what I was hoping you...
It's no...
Thank you.
So...
Well... I reckon we could do a lot worse.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since...
It was a trap, and if any of us could... But what's done is done.
I suppose...
The Blight might be pressing in, but there's just a band of cutthroats have made it their debt. Nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if my boys... But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know that I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade, and I dare say...
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade.
And you, Lord Rosfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free...
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage. We need somewhere to settle them.
As can I, which is why I...
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon set...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in...
I'll head into Eastpool, and you and the Guardians can stay outside the village. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, I shall summon my...
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Kill them!
You will leave this place.
Or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprise?
Bravo! A magnificent display, my lord.
You were what? I thought you were keeping...
We were. Put down more than a few on the road.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would.
Your men will be bringing the bearers. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. Leave it with me.
Home. No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And now to begin the important... It won't be easy. Especially not after... The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. It'll take a bit of elbow grease.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the...
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that if you need anything...
And we will.
Eastpool lives again.
Ah, Sir Wade told me you got... What's all this about? Some On second, it'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it...
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty bad happened to that place.
Did Wade's...
Well, so anyway, the poor souls might have made it. The way I see it, if it's food or lump...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to...
Eastpool's been in ruins for years. So wonder any of it's...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal...
Thank you. But
it is and it is all that I have...
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, but... There are those. I would place Lostwing in that, but a village home only to the And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger.
Understood.
Then the last of my prep, and may Griga guide.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us will be standing here today. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to see.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. They don't stand a chance again. They're all gonna fucking die!
Sid! We can't let Quentin...
All right. Where is this man?
It's way over to the east.
Promise us, Sid.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
Which is more than I can say. They followed me without question.
This must be the Quentin. I'll hold it off.
But
your comrades didn't die. Don't let their sacrifice.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. It was all for this. But what is? My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quentin!
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. It's Lostwing.
What?
Lost Wing. My Lost Wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool!
Damn it.
Quinton's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin. Thank the Founder. He hasn't.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
The
flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all a strange...
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for, I have nothing.
Well, the Eki, you've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge.
But I prayed, and can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet. We believed that
your village may be lost, so long as you remain.
But why? Why would anyone follow?
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they Lost Wing, weren't you?
It was.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? What's to stop us?
That's the Master...
Please, Quentin, well, after all. Permit me to withdraw. I will no longer be needing your help.
I'll pretend you...
But you must be rewarded for your effort.
A bottle or two of your finest red.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this, if you don't...
I look forward.
for Sanktfornian, dear. And?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Come again. I may have...
Nothing like a little unrest. The coffers, eh?
Do you see anything you like? I do like a customer who knows what he wants. You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital. Thank you. That's the best I can do. I doubt you'll get more than that in the capital. That's the best I can do. And a fine, fine day to you.
Good girl. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest. No more vengeance.
Mummy?
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Anything I can interest you in? My thanks. An excellent choice.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even abandoned.
Ready, girl?
To the stables, girl. This one has a little more life left in it. All right, then. Nice try. Back to sleep with you.
We've got a few rooms going spare now. How do? Much obliged. Thanks very much. Much obliged. Thanks very much. That all, is it? Just... If the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. How do? There you go.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Eh?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people? Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic...